Alrighty, today we have a special video. We are checking out Swann's brand new MaxRanger4K solar security cameras. If you guys don't know who Swann is, they're a leading in DIY home security. They've been in the business for over 35 years and they were nice enough to send me this over. I can't wait to get this unboxing and show you guys what it's all about. So without further ado, let's hop straight into it. Alrighty guys, we're hopping into the Swann MaxRanger unboxing here. As you guys can see, beautiful visuals on the front. Shows you kind of what's in the box here. There is 2 cameras. Again, a few details about the distance here. It says more than 20 times the distance of regular Wi-Fi, because I think of this built-in long-range distance wireless transmitter thing, whatever this is. Again, a few different things along here. 4K color, day and night vision with Sony Starburst technology. So we'll dive into that, see what that is. It's built-in solar panels, which is lovely. Never have to charge these ever. 64 gig for 12 months free rolling storage. So I think there's a little micro SD as well as free cloud storage for up to 12 months. I think it keeps rolling over. True Detect AI person vehicle heat and motion detection as well, again, which is awesome. We have lifetime support here, 2-year warranty. Again, a bunch of free different things. This is awesome, guys. I'm really excited to check these out. I can't wait to open these up. Welcome to the family. We'll get into that in a second. And then a bunch of different boxes. So let's put this to the side and see what the welcome to the family is first. Let's open this up. Welcome to the family from Swann. So everything you need to get started. All right, we can open that up and see what we have here. So we've got 4K Express Quick Guide Start Kit. So it shows you guys pretty much how to get everything started, which is awesome. So we'll keep that to the side. We might need that. Welcome to the family. I've said that a million times here. Inside the pack, warranty, got all this random stuff. We've got some Swann security stickers. If you want those, to put them up, 24-hour surveillance. Again, another instruction manual for the cameras. Swann security, I think this is for Android. We don't need that. We don't need a setup wizard and hardware installation guide. We might need that. But that is what we get there, which is awesome. Now let's hop into the stuff that we are all waiting for. All right, there are 2 boxes that we actually want. The other third box is actually empty, which is weird. So number 2, so let's open number 1 first. Then we'll get to number 2. All right, so let's crack this open, see what is in here. I opened it upside down. How anticlimactic. All right, let's try that again. All right, it looks like this unboxing is going from bad to worse. As you guys can see, we do have the Ethernet cable here. If you want to hook it up with a wired connection. We also do have here a 4K HDMI cable with Ethernet pass-through as well, it says. Again, pretty good, high-speed HDMI cable, so awesome to include that. Here is the power supply as well. Obviously that would be included, so there's the power supply. They also do include a mouse, so if you guys want a mouse, for whatever reason, I guess it must hook up to a computer somehow. I don't know how this works. We're going to find out, but they also do include a mouse, which is great. There must be some sort of, so you can access the interface, because I don't know why they would include a mouse if we didn't need that, so that's included. We've got the antenna for the range hub as well, to extend the range. And we do have the battery for that as well. So again, you can USB-C charge that up, which is great. Please remove. It's an 8,700 milliamp hour battery, so very large battery, which is great to keep it running. So good to have that. Finally, in this box, we do have the actual range hub itself. Here is the Swann range hub. Is that what it's even called? I'm just gonna keep calling it a range hub. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The battery goes in there. As you guys can see, mouse backup. I'm going to find out what that does. We've got the micro SD card, which is in there. We can also hook up an external storage device here, which is awesome. So if you want to have an external storage device to go to that, even better. So you have more backup there. Again, HDMI, like I said, the input for the Ethernet and the power as well. So that is the little hub. The thing I can show you now is how this battery obviously goes in, so you guys know. So obviously it just slides in there. That gets pushed in. Then you can screw on this antenna. That is done there as well. That's on, very easy to use there. And then obviously you can go by plugging in the power. There's no way to really turn that off, so I'm gonna put this to the side and get to the next box. Alrighty, second box is here. All right, here we go. Let's open this one up and see if we can get this one right. And this is the box with the cameras, which is what we wanna see. We've got the mounting plates here. So that's what these little screws are. So we can do that if we need to. Here is the mounting plate itself. 2 of those for 2 cameras. We have the antennas as well for the cameras themselves. Again, like the range hub. We have USB-C to USB-A cables as well. And finally, we do have the cameras in here. So let's get them out of their packaging. As you guys can see, they're pretty big cameras in a good way. Like that is a substantially, like that's a big camera, which is awesome. The bigger the camera, there's more deterrent as well, because you know, I think so. If the smaller camera, people are going to think they're just not that very good. This, you know, very good camera, and a bit of glue on the side of there. But there's the solar panel on top as well. Let's take off this. Beautiful. We do have the motion sensor there. As you guys can see, the 2 LEDs, microphones, the camera itself, speaker on the bottom. So many things to go through. As you guys can see, that's for the mounting bracket to mount into. We do have the antenna point there, so the antenna will screw into there like I showed you guys before. So as you guys can see, everything will screw in there nicely. That's how easy that is, and that's pretty much connected now like that. That's how they're going to sit, which is awesome. Very, very easy and very convenient with the solar panel, so they can be mounted anywhere and never have to pretty much be touched, which is awesome. Little flap at the back here that has got your USB-C set and on and off button, so that I guess won't really have to be touched after it's set up, which is great. And they do say once you take it out of the box, it is already set up, so they should be able to turn these on and they should be set up straight away. So that is awesome. So there are 2 cameras that we do get in there, and I can't wait to check these out. So I'm going to go ahead and try and start everything up. Once I am mounting everything and setting everything up, I will come back to you guys and show you how easy it is to set them up. So I want to run through that, guys, with you to show you how that is done. So there is the unboxing of the Swann MaxRanger 4K outdoor security cameras. Alrighty guys, we're just going to install the bracket now to hold the camera up here. I'm going to attach it up there. I'm going to pre-drill it to get the screws ready, and then we're going to screw it up in place, and I'll come back to you guys once I've got it all installed. I got the holes pre-drilled. I'm going to screw it in. Alright, I've attached the bracket up here. I'm now going to clip on this clip that holds the camera in place, and then I'm going to screw on the camera. As you guys can see at the back of the camera, there is a thread, and with this screw here, I'm going to screw the camera simply like that into place, and we'll position it and it'll be ready for recording. Camera is connected now. I'm going to go on my app now, and it'll give me a layout of both cameras and how the setup is, and then I can adjust them accordingly. On top of the cameras, as you guys will see now, there are other solar panels which will be charging with the sunlight that is coming in. As you guys can see on my face, I've got the sun hitting me in the eyes. Because the solar panels that are built in are going to charge the battery, it actually saves me on charging them now, so they can just stay up there indefinitely. I never have to touch them, and the solar panels will do their job and just charge the batteries throughout the day when the sun is out. And when it's not out, it does have the obviously internal battery that's going to keep it going till the sun does come back out. And that's the setup of these cameras. Very, very quick and convenient. Guys, a couple screws to get the bracket in place, and after that everything just clips in and screws on, and that's how easy it is to get these set up. So we're going to head on over back to the studio now and run through the app with you and show you how I've set up that, and we'll go from there. One thing that I forgot to mention was the antennas that are on here. This is for the increased range. They will be on there to help you get that increased Wi-Fi range with these cameras, which is I think up to 200 meters. If not, I'll leave it on the screen here, but I'm pretty sure it's 200 meters, and that's it. Alrighty guys, I didn't actually record me setting up my phone with the cameras, but it is a pretty straightforward task. So as you guys can see here with the instruction manual they did give me, you literally just tap pair device and you scan the QR code on the bottom of the power hub, and there is a QR code, and it pretty much runs you straight through from there. It's very, very, very simple. You make an account, and then after that, your cameras automatically connect because they're already synced up before they get to you. So that is a huge thumbs up. Now, in the actual app itself, I'm going to run through a few things here with you in the app. I'm going to show you how easy and straightforward it is to use. So there are 5 different tabs at the bottom with activity, playback, live view, modes, and devices. All of them are pretty self-explanatory, but I won't go through them anyway with you. Activity is just literally what you have seen in the past week on your cameras. So as it's seen here, 23 cars and 159 persons, it says. And then today, 10 people have been triggered by the camera, and you can click into that and it shows you at all different times when the camera was triggered or which camera was triggered by people. So that is really awesome. And with cars, you click on the same thing, it'll tell you when the car, a camera noticed a car and whatnot, and it tells you that as well. In playback, you can go through and look at all the different times your camera was triggered. It's got everything in sequential order from, I guess, the newest to the oldest in terms of when the camera was triggered. And you also can go into here and change the date to whatever date you want, because there is a 12-month cloud storage, like I did say, which is great. And the SD card that is built into the hub that we showed you before. awesome 64 gig SD card. That is all here. So you guys can scroll through different days and see different activities. In live view, again, pretty self-explanatory. The live view literally just shows what is actually happening right now live on the camera. So that is great. In mode, you set up different schedules depending on if it's at nighttime, if you're away, if you're at home, whatever it is, you can set up different schedules, which is great. I've got mine set on this automatic schedule here, as you guys can see. Very simple to do. If you want to add anything, you click into what devices you want to change and whatnot, and it's very easy to do. And it's you set up to your personal preferences and what works for you and what times work the best for you and your family. That's really good to have modes, I think. And then lastly, in devices, you can add another plan if you want a different plan. You get your garage that I've labeled my hub here. You can pair another Swann device if you have it. Shop Swann as well, which is great. So if you want to look at other products they do have, it's very easy to access, as you guys can see. Here in the settings of the hub, it shows you, obviously, if it's online, your name, your time zone, whatnot, passwords and usernames. Here we've got camera statuses, which is great. It tells you your battery life on what cameras are what. The signal strength as well, if you want to unpair them, if you want to pair a new camera. All that, very easy to do. Detection zone. Again, you can actually choose which part of the frame where the camera is that you want to detect. So if you don't want to detect anyone, you literally put it all without the red and it won't detect anyone. If you put it in red, it'll detect people. It's very simple to do, very straightforward, and no gimmicks at all, which is really good. Again, there's a few other details here for setting up your alarms, for motion detection, all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into every single detail, but it is very straightforward and an easy app to use. And that is the app itself. So very good, Swann. You can change your little view here depending on how many cameras you have. If you have multiple cameras, you can obviously set up multiple views. So if you have 6 channels, opposed to just seeing 2 on your screen there, very good. If you have a doorbell, I'm sure that will come up as well. I don't have that. Hopefully Swann can hook me up with a doorbell. I would love to check out some of their doorbells, or maybe another couple cameras to put around the house. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also in this top left corner here, you can click through, see your recordings that you have actually recorded through your camera. So if you actually record something, that can get stored in your recordings. User manuals, again, Dropbox, you can save things to Dropbox. Your profile, again, pair device. Swann Shield, which is a new AI-driven voice assistant for your doorbell, which I would love to check out. Maybe we can get that on the channel, I'm not sure, but fingers crossed. But yeah, very intuitive app, very simple to use, like I said, and yeah, straightforward and no gimmicks again with this app. Let's jump over to the home hub where I've connected into my monitor and show you guys what that's about. When it comes to the monitor and the home hub, once you have your HDMI connected to the monitor that is included in the box and connected to the home hub, you can now get access to the screen, which gives you all the information from the cameras live. Again, like the app, this is very easy to use. So you can click on what camera you want to access. Let's say you want to access this camera here. You click play and this will start loading into the actual live view now. And then you click into it, double click, and there it is. So that is what's happening right now. And then you can go down to the bottom of the screen here and get access to a bunch of different things. Your battery life, your connection status, your manuals, startup wizard, different layouts, which is also great. So the more you have camera-wise, the more layouts you can get to. Obviously all live, which gets everything live like we showed you in the app. Audio, if you want to mute or increase volume. Playback, which is great. So this goes back to different people at different times of the day, whoever's been triggered. So these little blue lines here are triggers. And you can actually jump to a trigger here and it'll show you somebody. As you guys can see, that's my head right there fixing the camera. And as you can see, it was triggered at 12:59, and that is me with the camera itself. So you can go through a bunch of different things here, all the events exactly like you can in the app here. I guess this might go a bit more in depth, it looks like, but nothing too crazy. It's very similar. And then to get back to the main screen, you literally just double click onto there and then you're back to where your cameras are, which is great. So very easy to use again, simple like the app. And if you want something like this set up in your house, very easy to do. Just literally just connect the hub, wherever it is you've connected it to a monitor that's around it, and you have access to the screen, which is great. So you always have access to your cameras on your smartphone or either on a monitor, which is a big thumbs up. Alrighty, I quickly want to show you how to connect the external solar panel to the camera and how it's actually done properly so no water can actually get into the camera. So this is the original little rubber grommet that comes with the camera. It goes on there. Obviously, it's not going to work because you're going to have to open this flap to get access to the USB-C cable. So what you do is that you have the replacement with the actual Swann solar panels itself. So you take off this little grommet, you take this off, and mine actually did break, but that's all good. Then you insert the new one where it goes into the little hole in the top right corner. Now that it's all pushed in, it is weather sealed. So you get the USB-C cable on the solar panel and you have to put it through this little thing here, and that secures it from getting wet. So then what you do is you plug that in now. That's plugged in now, and then you can put that around the actual charger itself, and no water is going to get in there, and it is set up for that reason purposely, so no water can get in. That's why there is 2 rubber stoppers pretty much from letting any water coming in to the actual port itself. The USB-C cable does go pretty much hard up against the rubber anyway, but this is just added security. If you want to put it around there, you can. Very easy to do, and yeah, it's a very smart way to stop water from getting in, and really big thumbs up there. Alrighty guys, here's my review on the MaxRanger4K cameras from Swann. I've been using these cameras now for probably the last 3 or 4 months, and Swann have been excellent from the day they messaged me to today. I haven't had one problem with their customer service in terms of the cameras, and I'll explain to you why. So setting up the cameras, super easy, as you guys did see. I explained to you how easy it was. I didn't have a problem setting them up. Installing them, all good. Connecting to the app was a breeze, not a problem at all. The only issue that I did have, but this is kind of just, I guess, my problem. It's not a MaxRanger or Swann fault. Just where I've set up the cameras, it doesn't get enough sun continuously throughout the day to keep them charged. So again, that's nothing to do with Swann. That's not the cameras itself. That is just my problem where I've set them up. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these cameras. If you are going to have them outside, you want to get the most amount of sunlight throughout the whole entire day to keep them charged continuously all the time, so you don't have to keep unplugging him and bring him inside to charge them. With this problem that I did have with the cameras kind of running out of battery, I did message Swann and was liaising with him and asking him questions about what we can do to fix the problem. They actually had someone ring me from support, technical support, to run through my camera setup, the way, how many triggers it does, the sunlight, all that kind of stuff to diagnose my problem and see where it's going wrong. But then we did establish that it is just set up in a bad area. It doesn't get enough sunlight, hence it's not keeping it charged. So their solution, and again, their level of customer service was great, and I can't say a bad word about them. They actually sent me out those solar panels that I did show you guys. I'll put them on screen here. So the way the solar panels work, they plug in, and I will show you guys that on screen here, how they do plug in. Once they are plugged in, you mount them on the roof somewhere, or somewhere where there is sunlight for more hours of the day, or wherever this solar panel can get access to, like a roof that has sunlight all day. It just plugs straight into your camera and it keeps your camera charged all the time. So once this has happened, I haven't had one single problem with the battery life. So it's literally just been my camera being in a bad position. But as soon as these external solar panels, I plug them in and put them in a position where there's sunlight all the time, not a problem at all. So big thumbs up, and the customer service has been excellent. The next thing I want to talk about is the range. So these are huge, hence why it's called MaxRanger4K. This is like one of their biggest selling points for this camera, not just the solar panels, but the range of these cameras. So in an open air environment, which it's a bit hard for me to test around here because there's too many houses, the connection can go up to 600 meters. That's what it's rated at, which is ridiculous. That's over half a kilometer of connection, which is crazy, and I believe it. Now, in a closed environment like this, it's rated at 200 meters, which is still ridiculously long for cameras like this. I haven't seen any other cameras with a 200 meter range for distance within like a normal suburban area. Even my cameras, I got one mounted probably maybe 10 meters, and the other one mounted 50 meters away, and I haven't had one connection issue at all at any time. No matter if it's raining, windy, hailing, doesn't matter, thunderstorming, the connection is solid all the time, which is great, and I love it. So connection-wise, perfect. Anything around the house, the back of the house, front of the house, I'm sure you guys won't have any problem at all with these cameras. The other thing is 4K. Now, for cameras, I think, especially in this day and age, 4K is a must. I wouldn't even look at 1080p if you didn't have to. If you can get to 4K and you can pay a little bit extra, I think it's just really, really worth it. I think you need to get 4K, especially you can zoom in, you can crop in, and you get that much more clarity and detail. I'm going to put some clips on screen here so you guys can see the quality and the microphone quality from these cameras and see what you guys think. So as you guys would have seen there, the quality of the cameras there, the clarity from these cameras are awesome. Obviously, it's never going to be as good as a smartphone, but it's not meant to. It's just meant to be a good quality camera, which it is. It's not meant to be a ridiculous quality camera like an iPhone is. Obviously, if they were that good, then you'd be paying a silly amount of money for them. So the quality of price and to product is great. I think Swann have done a really, really good job. I think they've balanced everything out pretty good. They've hit the nail on the head here. This is a great camera. And yeah, I absolutely loved using them. Very easy to use through the app and like I showed you, and through my monitor. Everything's very seamless. So the 2-pack cameras, what I have now, start at $950. Which it is, I think it's a pretty reasonable price for what you're getting in terms of quality. You get your cloud storage for free for 12 months. You get your 64 gig SD card. You get the 2 cameras, obviously. You get the hub. You get the 5-hour battery built into the hub as well. So if something does happen to your home power, the hub has still got power, which is great. So it's still powering the cameras, kind of a thing. So you can still access the cameras no matter if the power goes down or not. You have 5 hours of battery backup built into the home hub, which is great. So a big thumbs up there. Again, haven't seen any other people do that, which is a big thumbs up. They also do a 4-pack of the same cameras. Obviously, you can get to more access spots of your house, access more spots of your house with 4 cameras. And that starts at $1,700. I think it's just a pretty good deal. I think all around. And if you get them on sale as well, you get them even cheaper. I have seen even the MaxRanger, the ones that I have now, the 2-pack for like $700 or $650. Some ridiculously low price like that. So if you can get them on sale, even better. One thing that it's actually built in, which is pretty cool, is 2-way communication. So if you have a delivery, again, like the doorbells have, but these cameras have it too. If they come to like a side gate, you can actually talk to your delivery driver through the camera, and he can talk back to you, so you can hear what he's saying, and he can hear what you're saying with the built-in speaker as well. If you want to do that as well, that's built into the cameras, which is an extra bonus feature, which is great. In terms of detecting people, it does have AI True Detect, which obviously is a Swann built-in AI software that actually detects heat. It detects people, vehicles, car, all those different things. The camera does it all. And again, having the people being detected, I haven't had a problem with it. Especially when you set your detection zone, it works really, really well. So anything out of the detection zone, it won't send me a notification. If it isn't in the detection zone, I'll get a notification straight away. It is very, very quick. And yeah, very smart cameras. At night as well, it does obviously have 2 options for your nighttime modes. Either color night vision, which I don't use as often, but I use the IR built-in IR sensors, because it gives you a very nice clear image in black and white, obviously, but at nighttime, and you can see pretty far. Now, if you want to see what's going on, you just turn on the light on the camera, and it turns on 2 LED floodlights, and then you can see in color night vision as well, which again is a huge thumbs up. So the actual sensors that are built in are the Sony Starvis sensors, and they, with the night vision, it's got up to 30 meters of clarity at night, which is, I think, pretty far at night. Even for during the day, I think that's pretty good. And one thing I have done with these cameras, actually zoomed into someone's number plate during the day. Like, that's how far you can actually see with these cameras. You can crop in, because they're 4K. Yeah, you can actually see that's someone's number plate. That's how clear these cameras get. So, guys, that has been my review on the Swann MaxRanger4K cameras. If you guys are interested, I'll leave them linked in the description down below. I think they're awesome cameras, and I think they're very quick, convenient, easy to set up. No wires, no nothing. You just literally screw them in wherever you want them and leave them, and they'll just do its job. Like I said, just make sure they've got a lot of sunlight to keep them charged all the time. And if that's not a problem at all, then you won't have any issues with these cameras whatsoever. So Thank you to Swann for hooking me up with these cameras. I really do appreciate it. I'm hoping to be able to check out some of your other range of cameras as well. Maybe a doorbell, maybe some extra cameras I can chuck on the back of my house as well, which would be great. So fingers crossed that can go ahead, and maybe we can make some more videos together. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching the video. If you have any comments, let me know down below and I'll do my best to answer them as best as possible. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.